The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
A 71-year-old was arrested for allegedly stealing 2,800 boxes of Lego.
Oh, my God.
This piqued my interest because
2,800 boxes.
it's so expensive now. I couldn't even tell you how much it is. Well, when our kids were little, we didn't even buy them proper Lego. We bought them the...
Oh, no. What was the
Play
other
that
one
sad
called?
music.
yeah,
What was the other one?
Hi, I'm Susie O'Neill.
that was so expensive.
I didn't always live in the mansion I live in
Yeah.
now. When our kids were young,
We bought them that Chinese Lego.
they had Chinese Lego.
What was it called? I remember it.
No, it was actually just normal Lego, but the reason, and it was so bad that when they finished making something, you had to glue it together to keep it together.
Oh.
Like, 'cause
Well, it didn't look the same. You could tell the difference.
yeah, but now that they've moved out of home, we're
You can afford Lego again.
sad music.
Break out the good Lego.
No, Cliff actually bought really fancy Lego the other day. Like, adults really get into it now, because when I was a kid,
What? Cliff's in a Lego?
he just bought a really fancy car Lego thing.
A car. So he's going
car.
to construct his own car. And
Yeah.
where shall this car be displayed? In your house?
Probably in one of the enclaves.
Is it proper Lego?
Proper Lego. He had to order it. It was so popular that every time he actually bought it and ended up buying it from the airport Lego shop, because everywhere he looked, it was sold out. And it took months to arrive. And when it arrived, they rang him, and he didn't ring back in time. And he rang back 2 days later, and they said that they've sold his piece.
Oh,
of
it's one of
Lego.
those gimmicks.
Yeah, I don't know if they're like collectibles.
Use it or lose it.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
We actually have Lego displayed in our house. We do already.
Near the train set.
No.
What do you mean? What's
No,
in the
it's
Lego?
actually really good Lego that Alex, my daughter, she did actually make this probably a couple of years ago. Last year she was living at home.
Yeah.
When she was studying to de-stress, she would make Lego. It's a pot plant. It's a beautiful cherry blossom. It's so pretty when it's finished. I should give a photo that you can put it up in your house. And it
Really?
looks like really nice decor. Really, really nice decor.
Okay.
Because when you were growing up, I mean, I was really into Lego and so was my brother. There was an era, every year, every sort of generation had a different theme of Lego. Do you remember that? Like
I was never into Lego.
weren't you?
No, I don't think we ever had it as kids. Play that sad music. Hi, I'm Ash Brad.
He couldn't afford the cheap Chinese
In
stuff.
Harvey Bay, we couldn't even afford the cheap Chinese.
So we
Lego.
we had it growing up. I obviously grew up a bit better
What do you
than
mean
my
different
kids.
eras? Like different things you built with it?
Like
I
when
remember that Star Wars being a thing.
Well, when I grew up, it was space Lego.
Yeah.
Everything was spaceships.
Yeah.
And then after that became, I think, the Friends Lego. Do you remember Friends? It was like pink sort of Lego and stuff.
No.
No, you don't.
No, I wasn't
What
that. I
era?
wasn't that into it. But I will say,
Really?
it's one of the phenomena I can't believe is still probably bigger than ever.
Yeah, it's massive.
It's
I
hung
would
in
not-
there.
If you would have asked me that question in 1990, I would have gone, "Come on, Lego's come and gone, right?
It's really
It's
fun.
massive."
It's massive.
I
And you get
remember walking
instructions.
into like one of those big Lego stores somewhere or other.
Oh, there's a really big one somewhere.
Yeah, I was
really?
overseas
The US?
somewhere. Yeah, in the US somewhere. I couldn't believe it. Like I couldn't believe that it's one of those. It's like if the Rubik's Cube hung in there, which I guess it kind of has, but it's just one of those things that I thought was a fad, but it's just stood the test of time. But I didn't know that grown-ups were still into it.
Yeah.
I can't believe
This
Cliff
guy-
can't believe Alex was doing it. To be honest with you,
Yeah, Alex is really good with fine motor skills,
Yeah.
and so she loves.
probably a good
and she loves
way
following
to-
instructions
yeah.
and things, and to de-stress.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. Yeah, 70. This guy was 71.
So was he stealing it just because he couldn't afford it?
Yeah, because he couldn't afford it. He was addicted to it. And there's been a growing black market for the bricks in recent years. For those who know the resale value of these toys, some of which have become collectibles after being discontinued. Oh, funny, my mum kept her old Lego.
Is he still married, that 71-year-old, or what? I'm saying there's deeper problems with his life.
Yeah.
Imagine if you stay out of
You're
trouble
single.
your whole life. You know, you
busted.
stood on the straight and narrow, and then when you break bad, it's because you want the Millennium Falcon.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I was watching the footy over the weekend. Or we're actually watching the KO Mini of the Origin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
The other day, and Archie was asking me, and this is a question I used to have when I was a kid too. You know the ball boys in the Origin games, or if you at the Australian Open, the tennis ball boys, that type of stuff.
Ball kids.
Ball kids, yeah. Sorry. Do they get paid for that?
Oh, good question. I doubt it. reckon they'd be from clubs.
That's what-
potential tennis.
I just
tennis
like
players.
that'd be the
No, they're not paid.
That'd be the coolest job in the world. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know.
Would
I
be a
don't,
good
I don't know
job.
if you get money for that.
If you're on the circuit, like I've got Australian Open on January, and of course we kick into NRL season. You know, the Lions want me for 7 games.
Professional ball
You're
kid.
actually on the pro tour.
Oh, yeah.
They're offering me 120 a year. I think I'm worth more than that. You know?
There was a shot of a kid. It was a boy who was out on the field. I can't remember what game it was during the weekend, and he was standing behind the guy taking the conversion. It's a packed stadium. The guy's lining up the kick. The actual player is lining up the kick. Did you see this, Buzz?
Yeah, I think it was mimicking Nick Meaney for the Storm.
And this kid is such a fan that he knew every nuance of Nick Meaney's setup. As Nick Meaney would take a step back, this kid would take a step back. Nick Meaney did this thing where he lifted his leg just before, he does a bit of an arm swing. The kid's behind him doing it out in the middle of the field. The guy does the arm swing. The kid does the arm swing. Takes this really deliberate step forward and places his foot down before he begins his run up. The kid does the exact same thing. Comes through, does the exact follow through. Meaney kicks the goal, and then the kid goes over. I think he picked up the kicking tee.
Yeah. We'll put that on our Instagram, Ash Lutzy and Susie
pretty
O'Neill.
cool.
It was just like, wow. Like that kid, his job is something that he actually loves. Like genuinely loves.
I hope you didn't get reprimanded for it. There's a chance he did.
Oh, you reckon? There could be a boss out there going, you're there to pick up
Gary,
Yes.
stop that, mate. It's on television. I know what you're doing.
Oh, it was terrific.
Yeah, right. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's good.
In swimming, they use the up-and-coming swimmers. So I think I've got a photo with maybe Alicia Coots, who ended up being an Olympian as well, won gold medals, of being like my basket lady. So in the swimming, that you put your clothes in your basket, and then the up-and-coming kids come and collect it. Like usually a swimming club does it. So I presume
Right.
the tennis would be the same, like a tennis
Was that a
club.
basket lady?
Basket lady.
Basket person.
Basket, yeah. Oh, yeah, true. Basket person.
The Ash, Lutzy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I want to do tech talk with Nick, Know-It-All Nick. Hello. Because, hi, Nick.
Remember to
Tech
turn
talk.
your mic on there, buddy boy.
That's old technology there. We're talking about some new stuff here, aren't we?
So,
Suze?
yes, Nick came to me yesterday after the show and said, can I just get a portrait of your face for something I'm doing? I said, yeah, sure. He goes, stand behind the cactus wall. And I thought you were taking a photo of my face. And I go, what are you doing this for? And he said, don't you worry about that. You'll see it later.
Don't you worry about that.
And because I trust him,
Don't
I'm
you
like,
worry about that.
okay.
It's front page of the paper, though. Don't you worry about that.
And, oh, yeah. Oh, that's probably why I said it. And the next thing I saw it on Instagram. So you'd taken a whole photo of me just standing there, but then you made me dance to a JoJo Siwa song. And I said,
So you danced to that.
I didn't do
No.
it. No. Like,
Oh.
he took a photo of me just standing there.
Full length.
Full length.
Yep.
And then he took it home and made me somehow dance to a
Oh,
JoJo
right.
Siwa song. And I said, how did you do that? Because it looks like I'm
Don't see
dancing.
what.
I would love to say that I'm just that talented, but no, I'm kind of lent a bit more into AI as it goes forward.
That's AI, is it?
That's AI, yeah.
This is
So
the first foray into AI for me.
for you, yeah, and that's the thing. I was actually just having this conversation off with Lockie. It's probably like an ethical talk I need to have with all of you at some point. But we might as well just do it here while
do it here.
while we're on air. So
Yeah.
what I did there, that's a TikTok trend that's been going around for the last couple of weeks, and basically it uses an AI program that just takes your image and I guess wraps it around something that already exists. Therefore, that was JoJo Siwa, her Karma dance, and I essentially just uploaded the photo of you. And it wraps around the original video of her and then transposes it. So therefore, it looks like you are dancing.
Can it only do that?
It can do multiple things. And that's how when people talk about, we hear things about deep fakes and all that. This is like basic accessible technology for like someone like me who's just going, oh, look, I can use a program and make that happen. Someone who is a lot more skilled in this area could make a perfect likeness, for example, of Susie doing that. Now, it can be as wholesome and cute as a JoJo Siwa dance, or it can be something a lot more nefarious. And that's actually where the question
Yeah,
Well,
well,
yes,
if you're asking for permission right now, you are not. You are.
Yeah.
You are. I give you no clearance to use me in any Jojo Siwa.
Okay, so
related.
just Jojo Siwa.
No.
I only
Jojo
want to be
Siwa.
used for nefarious circumstances.
Okay, good. Because that is the greater question. And just for example, for you guys who
Yeah.
have been in the public spotlight for like last 20 years or so,
Thank you.
Yeah, again.
He's really pumping you guys up,
welcome
isn't he?
to- This is your life. But at the same time, but it means that just for example, you guys, your image has been out there in the public domain for quite a while. Whether we look at like billboards or anything like that, people say.
You can't go anywhere.
Push through.
My question is, are you guys comfortable with having your likeness used for like a program like AI, where it can be fed in and therefore used to make you dance or
Do different things.
Do different things.
And I've been trying to learn how to dance for 30 years, mate.
So that
you
actually
let
might
me
help.
sort
I
of
think
go,
dancing's fine.
You go, but I'll tell you,
but
here's
what- yeah.
here's a question: is this the same technology that you use when you, like I see people like that it's not their voice, but it sounds like their voice, and they're recommending a product that they're not recommend. That you know what I mean?
That's not
There's
cool.
no way. Like I saw Lofty and Melissa Downs, Channel 9.
Intellectual property, that is.
They had it as if they were presenting it as an advertisement, and I'm like, they wouldn't do that.
No, they wouldn't. But your voice, you're on podcast, you're on radio. It's already out there, and someone could actually take that.
I'm happy that you use me because I trust everything you do. I actually wanted to know what site you did to go to it.
That one was called Viggle AI.
Viggle.
Viggle, and there's something I've been working on for the next couple of days. You might see, but again, I had to have this conversation with you guys first before, again, ethically, because this is the world that I live in, and I work in. This is my.
Glad we did it
livelihood.
on air.
Yeah.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Hey, just talking about jobs in sport and all the rest of it with kids. It reminded me in New York at the moment. The 2020 World Cup is on.
Yep.
In the States.
In the Caribbean? Yeah.
It's across
It's
both, I think.
yes. But they took it to New York.
Yeah, how cool.
And how good! Like trying to expand the game and trying to get the Americans to understand the concept of cricket. I don't know if you've ever tried to explain cricket to somebody who has no idea, but it's
American.
It's so difficult,
Especially test games.
Yes,
Yes.
to try and explain it. Anyway, so they've got it happening at whatever stadium it was, and then they've got the cricket nets in the back of the stadium so that pundits, just people from the crowd, can come up, and they've actually got like a cricket net and people can practice bowling.
Oh, yeah.
And then they've got the people who are showing you how to bowl, but they're just people that have picked up like 2 days' work, and they've been
really?
through
They've read the form.
They've been through a prelim course about what you can and you can't do, and they're trying to explain to people as they come up and try and bowl for the first time. I reckon if you haven't learnt how to bowl a cricket ball by the age of
10?
10, 12.
Yeah.
There's something always Gumby about your action. Like from that point on, you never quite make it through.
Yeah,
being
you
that
either
old.
know when you're a kid or you don't.
Yeah, you need to learn it young.
I didn't do enough because I can't bowl now.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you try to do it now, it'd look a bit...
It looks Gumby.
It looks a little bit gummy. But when we did it at the Nets once and you got better as the day went on. You
but-
actually were very quick.
But it's a thing you got to do when you're little.
Yeah, it's a learned skill. Anyway, so someone's trying... There's footage out of someone explaining to, just some punter who rocks up how to bowl, except the person that has just rocked up is former South African cricketer Dale Steyn. Dale Steyn?
Dale
Yeah, yeah.
Dale Steyn.
Yeah.
What's he
Yes.
doing lining up to
I think
bowl?
he was
He's just doing it for the...
He was a fast bowler.
And it's like...
One of the best.
It's like
That's funny.
and he bowls a cricket ball, and it's still got some zing on it. And the guy's like, oh no, so you cocked your elbow a little bit there. You've got to have your elbow completely
Nice
straight.
and straight.
And Dale's like, oh, right. So then he gets the ball and he has another go and he takes out like middle stump. And the guy says,
I did see that. He kind of hit it on the full right.
and the guy
the
goes,
bottom of the stump.
no, it didn't bounce before. It's got to bounce.
Have you seen the footage of a professional female golfer? The same thing happening to her.
No.
There's just a punter there next to it, like a golf range, and she's a professional golfer, really good
Yes.
golfer, and he's a Gumby, and he starts giving her tips as well.
Yeah, right.
really?
Same thing, and she's going, "Oh right." He goes, "You'd
thank
be
you.
really good if you just kept your eye on the ball and twisted it." She goes, "Oh, really? Would that be helpful?"
Thank you for your help.
Who does that? I mean, even it's something. I don't know. I'm not saying, those guys are getting a work gig for 2 days at the cricket, but whenever you play, if you play a 4, of golf, and you get that person that isn't that good themselves, we're just playing a social round. They're just an okay golfer, and they find it necessary to pull you aside and go, you know what you're doing? Yeah. Your backswing, if you straighten that up and follow through,
do you know what I do?
It's going to change your game. It's where in your DNA do you think that is appropriate?
It's one of the most
in a social game of a corporate game of golf where you're on the beers that someone thinks they can change your game. What is that? Is that?
It's like at that point, not only
or
does
sociopathic or something. There's something that fits into.
Not only does that person think that they are a great golfer, but at that point they're also a great teacher.
Yes, great communicator.
Yes.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Beat the blues with a cheeky winter weekender. From cozy hinterland cabins to sun-soaked resorts. Book it all and more on the What If app. What if it's Aussie for travel? Nova's Trip a Day. Win your perfect holiday.
I love doing this. It's showcasing many different places you can go for long weekends or little holidays, not only in our backyard here in Queensland, but interstate as well. Nova's Trip a Day thanks to What If.
This is one of my favourite places, though, that we're giving away this morning.
What you got?
Where is it?
Sherry.
What?
Hello.
Oh, hang on.
See what you've done there.
From Carindale. You weren't on Smarter Than Suze yesterday, were you?
No, I wasn't. I would love to be, though. I've never made it on.
Oh, accent too.
I think it was Sherry with the
Yes,
CH.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Canadian. I always guess when it's Canadian, son. I'm going to say you're from Calgary.
No, near Toronto.
Toronto.
Good.
Okay.
Nobody guesses Calgary, though. That was interesting.
I know.
An interesting guess.
I like Alberta. I'm a weirdo.
Are you a Canuck?
Oh.
Is it called a Canuck? Canuck?
Yes, I'm called a Canuck, yes.
What does that even mean? Canuck.
What is a Canuck?
Do you know what? I actually don't know. Now that you've just said that, I have no idea.
I've never thought of that. What's a Canuck?
I actually don't know.
How could you not know that?
You got to know. You're from Vancouver.
I know. I'm actually embarrassed to
No,
say I
Toronto.
don't know the answer to that. Near Toronto, yes.
Toronto. Is that the 6th? Toronto's the 6th, right?
The 6th.
Oh, you don't know anything. Isn't Toronto where everything's called the 6th?
Are you even Canadian?
I want to ride in the 6th. I want to dine in the 6th. My boys from Loud Luxury are from Toronto.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not. I'm from a small town near Toronto. It had like
Sure.
15,000 people.
What's the capital of Canada?
Ottawa.
Okay, you got
Oh,
that.
yeah, you're saucy.
She's right.
By the way, it says Canuck is
I was
just...
thinking. Sorry.
It says Canuck is slang for Canadian. So I guess it's like we say Aussies. Aussie.
Canucky.
That still doesn't really explain why.
Exactly.
That's weird.
Can you do a bit of research
We'll give
today?
research on
Come
that.
back to us. Bring up tomorrow.
Yeah, I will.
So
What a wonderful accent.
Yeah, that's so good. I love it. I love
Thank you.
Canadian
I've been here for
people,
14 years, so
Really, you haven't lost it.
yeah, I'm surprised.
I've got some friends that go over to England for 6 months. They come back and they speak like the Queen. You've been here for 16 years. You're holding strong. Have you been to Stratty before?
Oh, I have. I love Stratty. I haven't been in a long time though, but I love Stratty.
It's so good. This
Yeah,
time
it's
of year,
amazing.
especially because you get to see the whales. Sunsets.
Oh, I
are
didn't even
beautiful.
think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You can take the whole family over there.
Yes, all
What?
the 3 girls are going to love
yeah.
it.
Well
Thank
done.
you so much.
Good on you.
Family
Thank you.
weekend away with that big family of yours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well done.
Well done, Sherry.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
This song?
Love me some Steve Perry.
That you know.
Oh, yeah. It's either that or it's Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. I get either one.
No, it's Steve.
Everyone's looking at me to play that, but I won't be because I'm not predictable. You're only a what if away from a fun-filled backyard break.
You played it yesterday.
I know. Book accommodation, flights, activities, and more on the What If app. What if it is Aussie for travel? We've got to announce our next trip that we'll be giving away. You're listening out for 5 seconds of summer. That's the artist of the day. So when you hear that 13, 24, 10 to win a trip for 2 to Sydney.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, flights, accommodation at Capella in Sydney. Beautiful time of year to get down there. So you're listening out for 5 seconds of summer, and you could be like Sherry, who won.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Suze? Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Suze to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Brighton. Great supporters of Smarter Than Suze. Playing 8 at 9 a.m.
Emma out of Coolangatta.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And it's hot in Brisbane.
Emma, Lutzy says when it's hot in Brisbane.
It's hotter in Coolangatta.
No, it's Coolangatta.
It's Coolangatta.
It's the opposite. Oh,
we get it right.
Eddie Hall and
He'd be walking around like a half-open pocket knife. He'd be blending it onto voice fade.
That's it.
Never played before, Emma.
No, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Long time. Hi, Emma
love
out
that.
of Coolangatta. Long time, first time.
First time, like, no.
200 Kickback Cave in full effect. We've got anything for our Gold Coast listeners in the Kickback Cave?
Let me have a look, mate, if I can ferret something out, potentially.
See what you can do there, buddy.
I might be able to... Yeah.
I do have a 9-year-old that's mad for the Broncos, so
Okay.
no good
Tip
for
taken.
yeah.
How do you get us down there, Emma? Do you listen on the app or you just get
Just the radio, no.
Wow.
No, love it. Be around the old...
When you get
Radio,
that, then
yeah.
near the Tweed, you get it good.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
I was at Tugun last week and I could pick it up. Well, and then halfway along you get to Mudgeeraba and it fades out.
Yeah.
What are you doing in Jugan?
I don't understand. Taking on the
Seeing the
Seahawks.
Chappelle.
No,
No?
it was footy.
Okay.
Pretty defensive. That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. You got so defensive when I said you'd catch up with Chappelle. It's very weird.
I didn't know she was at Tugun.
Jugan, mate.
Just went boogie boarding.
No?
Jugan's where they're at. Down there.
Are you ready to go, Emma?
I'm ready to go.
She was ready 10 minutes ago, mate.
Let's do it. 30 seconds on the clock.
She
Your
works for the
time
government, it's okay.
starts now. What animal was the focus of the 2013 documentary Blackfish?
Ish.
At which event was Chris Rock slapped by Will Smith?
Don't know.
What does FBI stand for?
Federal Bureau Investigation.
The Dalai Lama is the spiritual leader of which religion?
Don't know.
Spell yacht.
YHCHT.
Geez, time was a problem there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a big problem.
You acted like you had all the time in the world at those first couple of questions.
I know.
but they're
I
all-
know.
On the flip side.
What?
All right. Let's bring in the kid.
What does the gimp say? What does the gimp say?
Don't say pass. Just worked out what they're saying there. Don't say pass.
Who was that?
So apparently Stephanie, but that sounds
Little Gary-ish, doesn't
a
it?
little bit.
Gary.
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! I thought we were miracle! You won't see anything like that again this year!
Okay, you ready, Suze?
Ready.
30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What animal was the focus of the 2013 documentary Blackfish?
Fish.
At which event was Chris Rock slapped by Will Smith?
The Oscars.
What does FBI stand for?
Federal Bureau of Investigation.
The Dalai Lama is the spiritual leader of which religion?
Buddhism.
Spell yacht.
YACHT.
Stop the clock.
Jeez, that would have been embarrassing when you got that one wrong. You've got three of them.
David, what are you doing? What are you doing?
No, it's right, because it was over. I could put her off.
Well, we've still got like 45 minutes of a show to do with it.
Oh, that's true.
How long did Suze have left there?
4 seconds
It was very
for Susie.
fast, wasn't
Yeah.
it, Emma? You see,
Super fast.
see what it's like.
Just super fast.
What animal was
Hang
the
on,
focus?
she wants to say something. Let her say it.
I say it best when I say nothing at all.
Is that what you were wanting to say?
Ronan Keating's in the house, everybody.
Oh, Ronan.
Okay.
She wanted to come in so she could say, I say it best when I say nothing at all. She had to say it. What animal was the focus of the 2013 documentary Blackfish? You both said fish. It's the orca.
Weird you both said fish.
0-0. At which event was Chris Rock slapped by Will Smith? Emma, this is the one where you chewed up heaps
I
of
know,
time.
I know. It was right on the tip of my tongue.
And you didn't get it after all of that. Suze knew it was the Oscars, so Suze hits the front 1-0.
Take my name out your mouth.
Oh, it's Susan. No,
That's rude.
That was it. That was it.
That was the moment.
He's bounced back though, because I see
No, he hasn't.
that Bad Boys is it's making bank now. Like it took him a
great.
while.
Great.
He's touring the world with old mate Martin Lawrence at the moment.
You know, I think Smallsy went over to London to interview him, and
Yeah.
an Australian radio exclusive. So head to the Nova Player app if that tickles your fancy.
Will Smith.
Yeah, it's like it never happened now, isn't it? And he's got the whole charm on and all the rest of it.
Really?
Haven't you seen it?
No, I thought he'd be cancelled for life from that.
So did I. I thought he's done. But, he must have, I don't know, he seems to be back now. That film's going all right. FBI stands for Federal Bureau of Investigation. You both got that. That saves you a pantsing, Emma.
Thank goodness.
Okay, which is good news. The Dalai Lama is the spiritual leader of Buddhism, and you do spell yacht Y-A-C-H-T. It's a 4-1 victory to Suze. $300
Well done, Suze.
when we play again at 9 o'clock.
Emma, when it's hot in Brisbane, it's
cool in Gatta.
Have you already done that?
Yeah, but she got it wrong. She said it was hotter in
Yeah, I know.
We taught it to her.
So we taught it to her. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go right down there. Is there a scooter or something? Can I get right down there?
You want to go on the
Yeah,
scooter?
I need to get in the back for something.
I don't know why you're asking me, mate.
I don't know, you got the... There it is. Yep. Hang on, just let me get... There you are. Down here a little bit further. Oh, there it is. Okay. Look, it's... watch out.
Watch out.
Let's got to go to the train station here. I forgot about it. Hang on. Okay, that's right. I had to come down here because it's 2 weeks away, but I know for a fact we had a family pass to see the Broncos v the Panthers Friday the 5th of July, the big game at Suncorp Stadium. 2 weeks away, we're going to send you, a family pass to that one, Emma.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much.
That's like
my
a-
9-year-old will be so excited.
Replay of last year's grand final.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. But, so that's probably the only Gold Coast one. It's not Gold Coast, but it's
Just
one.
No,
anything
but
else, mate?
perfect.
It gives you 2 weeks' notice anyway, doesn't it?
That's unbelievable. Thank you so much.
Okay, no worries, Emma.
Oh, Lutsy.
That was not. That didn't have the
Lutsy.
fart echo. It didn't have the cave echo.
Open a window, buddy.
So that was one of you guys.
You're disgusting.
Air freshener.
No, that was me farting again.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Prince is on. The Prince is on. The Prince is on. Who is on the streets? The Prince is on.
Ash is on. Yeah, boy.
Did you turn your mic on?
Fire.
I don't know if anyone heard you, mate.
What's going on, mate?
Just have to take our word for it. Guys, down at the RBWH, no, you were just, I think it might have been off there, just talking about it before, Buzz. I mean, we got some personal connections. I mean, the great thing going on down here today, it's Giving Day,
Yep.
the RBWH. So you said your two beautiful children born down here at the hospital. My oldest boy, James, also born down here as well. So great people doing great work for a long time amongst, various different areas down here at the hospital. And it's all about giving back here this morning. So we've got plenty of ways that they're raising some funds. Actually, sorry, I'm just going to grab over here. I'll just run into Sharon Godella from 7. Hello, good morning, Sharon. How you doing?
Mitch, good morning.
I'll just give you the dodgiest set of headphones, so I'm very sorry about that. There we go. We just had you presenting and accepting a massive check over there as well. We're obviously raising some good funds this morning.
It was, I think, for $39,000.
Whoa, $39,000?
Absolutely, yeah.
I didn't realise there were that many zeros on that.
I know, in the media these days, you don't see that many zeros on your contract, do you anymore?
Lutzi was only talking about his contract this morning, so we can talk about that later.
But I'll tell you what too, Sharon, I know that the 12th of June, which is today, they're asking that people get in and give these donations today, because if they come in by today, they can be doubled by the generous giving partners. So twice the money, hopefully, which is awesome. So even more reason to get involved today.
Yeah, and you know what? You never know, do you, when you're going to need this hospital? We all live in Brisbane. It's such a wonderful place. But, you know, you can have an accident, you can be diagnosed with something. And unless we give and support medical research, you know, the outcomes for patients are not going to be as good into the future.
Exactly.
So it's really, really important people give today. And yes, your money will be doubled today. So if you give $10 today, it actually will mean $20 is given
So
to the
good.
foundation. So, yeah.
So good. Well done,
RBWHfoundation.com.au for more information. It's all showing for the RBWH stars, other prestigious research institutes and centres at the Hurston Health Precinct as well. Look, it's all 7 down here. We got another superstar. Now, you've just come from a TV cross. Guys, Sam Mack's here.
Sam Mack. The Sam Mack.
Good morning, team. How's it going?
Literally just saw you on television.
Yep, like magic. That's me.
How'd you miss him? What colour are you wearing? You're nice and bright today.
I'm wearing Sunrise Mike Cube orange, which is borderline council worker orange. It's quite offensive on the eye, so you're coping quite well, Mitch.
We also got the Dolphins mascots down here as well, so all in red. You got the orange as well. So and I'm in the Nova red as well. So we're all down here. Can't miss us down here, and obviously raising some great funds down here as well. So we got you up to anything fun? Any challenges that you're doing? On the street TV today?
No.
You're just doing the good work without having to work for it?
Just reminding people to donate, but also getting some of the stories. We just met a young lady, Sarah, at 15 years of age. She had a melanoma, and she was talking us through the UCAN Centre here, which is a space where people can come in the hospital to play music, to do painting. And I love that part of a hospital where it doesn't feel like a hospital. It reminds kids to be kids and to have fun. So any money that goes towards creating spaces like that in a hospital, I'm super passionate about spreading the word on Sunrise and reminding the Nova listeners, please donate and support this awesome day, Giving Day here in Brisbane.
A double day as well, as Sharon was just saying. June 12th today can be doubled by a generous giving partners going twice as far to improve advancements in patient care and life-saving medical research for those who need it most. We all wish that we never had a need for this sort of stuff, but we all often do. So some great stuff. We've got other celebrities down here, sporting heroes as well. A couple of guys from the Queensland Reds, the Dolphins down here, boxer Jeff Horn as well.
Day. Does that mean my salary for my Sunrise crosses is also doubled today?
We can double check. I mean, you are doing double the crosses. We already got you doing crosses on TV.
Where do you work again, Sam?
Oh, God, Sharon, doubling down.
Poshy money might be lying around, Sharon.
Is that why you were talking race tips with Buzz on Saturday? You said you were swapping horse tips on Saturday. Is that why you're needing that?
He didn't give me any good ones.
No.
Oh, come on, Sharon.
$5. He didn't win anything I got there. So stick with me, Buzz. I'll give you some tips next time.
All right, perfect.
Maybe Sharon, take a rest from the Star Stradbroke Day. We can get Sam Mack there swapping some horse tips.
Hosting the whole show now. What happened to you guys?
Yeah, I know. He's again, it's get contracts.
I mean, he's great. Yeah,
Son of the king.
He'll throw it on
you
song in a
guys.
sec. All right, see you, mate. Well done.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Throwback Throwdown.
Great year.
Switch it.
Yeah.
Oh, 97.
This was a bad year for me, Lutzi. You said it was going to be a good year.
Why was it a bad year?
It was, I just didn't swim very well.
I didn't know that. I didn't know the year.
It was a downer after the 96 Olympics.
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't realise that. I didn't know the year.
Good one, David. Wallflower's one headlight
that's
that
a
jumps out, I
great
think.
track, but I just don't think it can win.
Tune.
Bittersweet Symphony.
Oh, yeah.
Verb.
Talking about Kylie yesterday on the show.
That's a good
It's
song.
one of my favourite Kylie songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, big. What's your poison out of the Savage Garden songs, Ash? I Want You or Truly Madly Deeply?
Oh, he was a truly
Madly Deeply.
Well, I mean, guy.
With you on your mountain.
Your mountain.
I'm going to lock in.
Go on,
on.
mate. What do you got? Gee, there's a lot here.
Can I try and guess it?
Yeah, go on.
What's this?
B.I.G.? No?
No, he's no way. He's going to lock in Bittersweet Symphony. I reckon.
Bittersweet Symphony.
Ah, yeah?
Locking in the verb, yeah. Great song.
All right.
This is
Ash
the
is
film
locked
clip,
in.
isn't it, Lutzi?
Yeah,
you're
when he's
the
walking
film.
along.
He's got the leather jacket on.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a great film clip.
Bumping into people and yada
I don't know
yada,
if it'll
yada.
stand the test of time, though, the verb.
I'm going to lock in Pony by Genuine.
Oh!
Good song.
I'm going to lock in Everlong by Fooey's.
Great track. Great track.
I just bought an electric drum kit and I've been trying to play along to this one. It's
really?
so much harder than it sounds.
Well, it sounds hard.
Yeah, very good. Do you want to play some other ones?
Yeah.
What's he to get? What about this?
No.
Back Backstreet Boys.
This is you,
This is
Lutsy.
very you. I can imagine you in 97.
Your school uniform.
What about-
Yes, I was still at school.
This song was massive in 97.
You're wearing it still.
There's your boys.
My boys.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna.
Oh, song 2, Blur. That always gets everyone out of trouble when they need a quick one to finish off the hour. Yeah.
Yeah, I might pick that song too, Blur.
You sure?
Yeah, lock it in. I was gonna pick it anyway.
There's Silverchair in there as
I was
well.
about to say, Freak was left on the table.
No one's gonna pick Freak. No one's gonna pick the Wallflowers like them. You know.
Go with your heart,
As much
mate.
as I love it. No, it's more than heart. This competition. Walking on the Sun's a good song from Smash Mouth as well, but.
Do you reckon One Headlight would have done all right? No. I love that song. I don't think it would either.
You know what else I think would have done well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Missed that.
Yeah, I would have thought that Suze would have picked that.
I missed it.
Mid-table?
Number 10.
Yeah.
There you go. There's some good songs. That's a big year.
Barbie Girl by Aqua.
I know. So many good ones.
That Daft Punk song is a big track in the clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about a bit of Will Smith?
No way.
Just joking.
What's Break My Stride by Unique too? Is that the old one? Redone?
Yes.
And of course there was Tub Thumping. We forgot about that.
Yeah.
This was the theme for rugby league for many years after this.
It's a good song actually.
I feel like this was a theme for like the 1998 Soccer World Cup as well, from memory.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I think it was, Nick.
Reminds me of FIFA.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
Computer game.
Yeah. Turns out Nick doesn't know it all. All right, let's go through them. Bittersweet Symphony, The Verve. You went in early with this one, Ash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this all the Wallflowers for me?
Pony, Genuine. Sue's got in with.
Ride it, my pony. My saddle.
I've gone a bit of Fooey's.
Hit it!
And song 2, Blur, to wrap us up. Track. And for the first time, I mean, Ash, you mentioned it before, that's only 1:59 long.
Yeah.
I've never ever noticed that before.
No, Buzz, I know that it's over the years, if you got to get your song count up,
Yeah.
Blur song 2 goes for 2 minutes. Get away with it quick.
Well, depending on timing, wouldn't mind that one playing tomorrow on the show. There are your 4 choices. Head to our Instagram, Ash Lutzy and Susie O'Neill, to vote. We'll play the winner at 7:40 tomorrow on the show, and then the runner-up will get a spin with Matty Rowe.
The Ash, Lutzy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I've been really getting into the swimming.
Isolated. Yeah, no, I mean, it's been great.
But tonight there's going to be a relay there's a celebrity relay. Some of the swimmers you'll see are, remember Duncan Armstrong, gold medalist in 88?
Lane 8 was... No, he rode on the wake of Matt Biondi.
Yep, that's right.
Biondi.
Justin Norris, who his
His kids are famous, right?
Norris Nuts,
You
they're
told
worth
me that, yeah.
a lot of money. Jodie Henry, she 2004 3 gold medals.
So this is a celebrities, I guess, relay.
Yeah, 6 people in each team.
6x50 freestyle.
6x50 freestyle.
Right.
In my team, and so the celebrities are all Channel 9 people, basically.
Give us your rundown.
Well, some of the celebrities you'll see...
In order.
Number 1 to... Oh, I like that. So best celebrity to worst celebrity.
No, I mean, who's
No,
that sounds good.
But no, do that
That's
instead.
actually
That
better
sounds
than
good.
the order
Okay,
of
I'll
who's
do-
swimming.
Well, no, I'm going to do
They do best to worst.
Yeah, I'm doing
That's
best to
hilarious.
worst because all the celebrities are going to anchor all the teams. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams.
Right, and the celebs, in inverted commas, are non-swimming,
Yep.
like television
So number one
stars.
seed
Because
is
Channel 9's obviously the host, so they're going to have all their celebrities, right?
Yeah. So number one seed happens to be in my team. It's Carl Stefanovic. I reckon number 2 is number 2 is Jonathan Thurston. He should have nearly gone.
He's in
number
your
1.
team?
No, he's the number 2 seed. He's another team.
He's got a dodgy shoulder though, JT, doesn't he? How's he going to
Listen to what
swim?
I'm saying.
No.
So these are the anchors.
This isn't your.
No.
I thought this was your relay team.
No.
Well, who's in yours?
Okay, I'm not explaining this very well. I get it.
We'll just do both. Who's in yours, though? I want to see.
Okay, my team is Carl Stefanovic, Kerry Pothast, myself, and a couple of other swimmers I don't have the names of here in
Okay,
front of me.
right. So Kerry Pothast won 2000
Yep.
beach volleyball. Gold.
Another team's got Jonathan Thurston, Ryan Williams for the Nitro Circus BMW, and Jodie Henry.
Okay.
Another team's got Owen Wright,
Surfer.
bronze medalist from the last Olympics, Sam Thaiday, ex-footy player, and Mac Horton.
Thought can probably swim faster than you think.
Darren Palmer from the Blockers, another team with Dan Anstey, who's on another radio station as we speak.
Oh, Dan will be trained his guts out for that.
He looked good actually in Togs, won't
Oh,
he?
yeah.
He looked good.
So sexy.
And Rob Woodhouse as the swimmer. So
Your manager.
yeah, but I'm looking forward to the thing I was most worried about was getting dressed in the togs again.
Are you suiting up in a proper suit?
Yep, that's what Cliff said to me. Exactly. He goes, "Why are you suiting up in a proper suit?"
Yeah.
And I said, because I think I look better in that than I would in a normal pair of baggy, sort of one-piece.
what do you want?
Speedos.
Oh, you're doing it because you
I think
think
it
you
looks-
look better rather than.
To be honest.
it's not a performance thing.
Yeah, to be honest, I think you look better in it.
You want to
If
win,
I'm
don't
being
you?
totally vain about it. No, because it doesn't matter. I would like to go first.
Well, Carl said he's wearing
Yes.
a suit. Now, I don't know whether he means he's going to wear a full body fast suit, torpedo style, or whether he's going to wear the suit that he wears on the Today Show.
I think if he wears like a proper suit, that he won't make the 50 metres.
Actually, he won't,
It'd be
will he?
heavy.
Well, that's exactly. It's like doing your bronze medallion, but worse.
Yeah.
Back
In
when you were
togs.
kids.
They asked Thorpe yesterday in the coverage if Carl could borrow one of his suits. And Ian Thorpe said it wouldn't fit him. Now, I don't know if he means it would be too big or too small for him. I presume he means Thorpe's a bit too big for Carl's.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
God, I know that like just having worn those things last year when we went to Fukuoka, I'd never wear them again.
Well,
You wouldn't? No, it was pretty easy for us because I was just shorts.
Oh man, I found them really hard to get on.
I found
A bit different for me. Yeah.
I found a special trick over there. So I was
You
getting
had to de-arouse you, I remember.
I was getting changed over there, and Dee from Fun and Games was dressing me.
De-arouse.
Dee was pulling my togs up. We couldn't get them up.
Yeah, yours was more difficult.
And there was a lady there, a little Japanese lady, who was about 60 years old because it was the Masters Games.
Yeah.
And she gave me this little silk skirt that I wore. And once you put the silk skirt on, then you put your
A
togs over
vanity
it.
skirt.
No, it's a sliding skirt. It helps you. It is a vanity skirt. as
Oh,
well.
okay. I see what you
So,
mean. I
yeah,
thought it was just vanity, but it actually helps.
Yeah, it helps
Slides
slide
up.
It helps slide the togs up.
You have a
Like
real
when you
problem.
put like a
Glad
plastic bag on your foot when you put your your weddy on.
Yeah, like that as well.
But that took half an hour. Because I remember at one stage I had my hand through that glory hole and you said, there's nothing you can do. You said, thank you, but there's nothing you can
I know,
do.
'cause
We're
I'm
talking
like-
about when we were swimming though.
Yeah. God. But I've thankfully found the silk skirt.
true, that actually
because
happened, by the
I thought it was lost after Japan, but it was found in one of the Nova rooms here.
Oh, thank goodness.
So
Really?
I have the silk skirt to pull my togs up to get changed.
So do you know what leg you're doing? So the anchors will definitely be the Channel 9 celebrities.
Yeah, the anchors are definitely the celebrities.
Are you going to get them off to a good start or what?
Well, it doesn't really matter, as you know.
It does.
like it
As you know,
matters.
every one of these events you've ever done matters.
Yeah. Well, you know what I am? I am up against Jodie Henry, who's
Ooh.
looks great. We just saw her on TV. She's very fit. She swims at the same pool that I do at Yeronga, but she refuses to swim in squads. She only ever trains by herself.
Really?
Yeah, she hates doing squad swimming.
It's pretty cool. Lone wolf.
Yeah, I got that.
So
I
I'm
get around that.
I'm up against her. I'm looking forward to going.
It's a pretty good lineup.
If
I
you
like
wanna-
it. So
yeah.
what time's that on tonight?
So 9:10 if you want to watch it on Channel 9.
Oh,
It'll
it's
be
on the TV?
It'll be on TV.
Or if you're heading out to Chandler, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Channel.
Have we got doubles?
Not tonight, but we do for Friday.
Yeah, we have a double for Fridays, which is a big lineup actually. On Friday.
Give us a call.
Friday. Oh, do I know
13,
what's on
24,
Friday?
10 now if you want to, no, it's not, no, it's good every night, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, with 13, 24, 10 now for a family pass, a Friday night at the Brisbane Aquatics, and you still can get tickets, by the way, for that, so make sure you do.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast. 4 o'clock
world-class racing and Brisbane's finest hospitality. The Star Stradbroke Day, June 15. Eagle Farm Racecourse. Book at brc.com.au.
Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill's Fashion or Philly.
3 more sleeps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They had a barrier draw last night at King George Square. They got the Calcutta Thursday night out at Howard Smith Wharton. It's such a great week, Stradbroke week. The whole carnival's great. But the Star Stradbroke this Saturday, the big one.
Cara, you could be heading out there. Cara out of Wakerley this morning's the lucky caller through. If you know the difference between a fashion or a filly, Cara, morning.
I'll give it a red hot go.
Well, you just tell us whether this is a fashion house or a racehorse. If you get it right, you're into the draw on Friday. You'll only be the second person in too. Old mate yesterday got it wrong.
All right.
I gave away the answer this morning at like 5:50.
You did.
Were you listening?
Yes.
Were you listening, Cara?
No, not at that early, sorry.
Should have woken up early. Early bird getteth the wormeth.
Well, it's 50-50 unless you know your horse racing or your fashion labels very, very well.
Right, the name is By Johnny.
By Johnny.
Bye, Johnny.
Cara, what do you reckon?
I think it's a fashion label.
Do you just?
You logging it in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Correct, Mundo.
By Johnny is an Australian fashion house founded in 2009, and you are in Friday's draw.
Woohoo, thank you.
Yeah, good. Only 2 people
Yeah.
at the moment in the draw. We'll hopefully add someone again tomorrow. But
Do you add someone on Friday as well?
No, so it's just four chances
okay,
for the week. It is 6 tickets to the Tote Room deck on the Star Stradbroke Day. This is going to be so much fun. Includes a 5-hour beverage package, canapé menu, and I think my favourite part of this, a $1,500 Westfield voucher to get race day ready.
how good's that?
That's pretty cool.
Gonna buy me 37 Timu suits.
At Westfield?
At Westfield, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, sorry.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neil podcast.
Yeah, so Mum said I was born in the Mater Mothers at Wollongabba Public Hospital.
That's where I was too.
Yep. And this is what she said it was like. I've heard her tell this story before, actually. But she said, during your pregnancy, I used to go to the clinic there, and we all used to have to take a bottle. I had a Vegemite bottle with my urine sample in it. And she Buzz, this is what she reckons it was like. And she reckons they'd all sit there, all of the expectant mothers would sit there with holding a bottle of urine. Hers was in a Vegemite jar.
Well, that's a good decision because it's a dark bottle, so you can't see what's in it.
I don't know if it is.
Is
It's
it
dark
clear?
as a
No,
Vegemite.
Is it clear or is it already brown?
Clear. It's clear with the yellow lid.
Yeah, it's a clear.
I've never cleaned it out fully. I thought it was a brown thing as well.
No, it's a clear. And everyone would
You
sit
would
there
see
and
the
they'd,
yellow wee.
they'd hold it, be holding their cup of urine,
Unsavoury.
and you'd be assigned a number, and then they'd call out a number. They'd go, and she'd go, you wait for your number to get called out. In this huge waiting room, they go, number 29, and you'd hop up with your Vegemite jar full of urine. And 2 weeks before she gave birth to Luke and I, she discovered that she was having twins.
Oh, 2 weeks before.
It was 2 weeks before, and then she says here,
was her first thought.
she said, I went through a large tunnel-like machine to get you discovered way before ultrasounds. I think it was an X-ray. It was 2 weeks before you popped out. She said, and then she rang. She goes, I rang your father to tell him. And you.
What did she say? I don't know what she says.
Dad just said one word into the
When I rang your father to tell him, all he said was, all I'll say is it's in caps, it's got 4 letters with an exclamation mark.
Okay.
Into the earpiece.
What a shock. You've been pregnant for 9 months.
Oh, can you imagine?
No, I
you
cannot.
just find out you're having identical twins.
And she's already got a 2-year-old, hasn't she? Or an 18-month-year-old?
18-month-old, yeah.
18-month-year-old.
In Penrith at that stage, she reckons that Dad, before we were born, he was booked in for the vasectomy.
And the machine.
Yeah.
That didn't do any damage. Like, it would have been
Clearly did.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neil podcast.
Game of Thrones, that was huge when it was out. I don't remember. How long ago did it wrap up?
I think it was like 5-6 years ago now. Yeah.
I reckon 2017.
Yeah. Was everyone here into Game of Thrones?
Yeah. Fell off it a bit, but I watched till the end.
There was a series that was in the end. That was eight
seasons.
8 seasons.
I remember 2 things about it. That's it.
You do.
That's about it. Yeah,
I know which one of them are.
Well, one's the brother and the sister got it on. I remember that. And then the other one's the one that that I remember, that you always reference.
Your grit.
That's about it. That's about it.
The little fella?
And the dragon. Oh, the little fella, yeah. Couldn't tell you if he lived or died. I wouldn't have a clue.
No, I've actually forgotten a lot of it. So there was that, then there was, after that, then there was the House of
the Dragon.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know that the House of Dragon was a thing.
Yep. Prequel series?
It's the prequel series. Did you know this? Yeah.
Was the lady in that again? Who was the main character in that? Remember the lady? With the blonde hair.
It was an Australian actress, actually. Young, oh, God, I'm
or even a character's
on her name now. Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Yes.
So she is Khaleesi.
That's right.
One of the women you're talking about. It's like her. It's all about her family. It's like her family a couple of hundred years ago.
Oh, the Khaleesi's family before.
Yeah. Because when Game of Thrones starts, they're like, hey, look, your family come in and just kind of like mess stuff up, and we're picking up the pieces from like this war that they had, this infighting in family war, and this is the story of how that war began. And
there's been 1 season of that so far.
Yeah, 2 years ago actually. They've spent a long time putting season 2 together.
And there's been nothing since then.
Nothing since then.
And now
season 2 kicks off on Monday. Now, I got in this morning and I've got an email that gives me the screening link to the first 4 episodes. So I am very excited to go home at some stage over the weekend and have a look at those.
So you've just been sitting in your inbox and you haven't looked at it yet?
Well, during the show, I can't pull myself away to watch House of the Dragon.
That's
but
a good point.
Yeah.
So it's only just dropped.
Okay. Yeah. But,
okay, so I've got no recollection of where we're at with it.
Yeah, well,
even House of the Dragon, I can't remember where it left off, what happened, who was doing what.
Well, Ash came in before and he said, look, what do you reckon you could tell me what happened? I said, I could probably tell you later. And he said, do you want to put something together? But I went and recorded it with Dill, and Dill's like, I think we're going to need a speed thing. Because you know me, I mean, if I'm going to break down 8 episodes of television.
Well, it's 8:55.
I mean, you've already been talking for 8 minutes in this break.
I know, exactly. Yeah. I mean, hit play, and I've put something together just to catch you up. It's a little catch-up of season 1 of House of the Dragon.
Bring you up to date.
Bring you up to date before season 2 kicks off on Monday.
Okay.
Okay.
Go.
What about the Targaryens?
Oh, it's not working.
Oh, no.
There we go. It's actually
set 100 years after the Targaryens took over Westeros and united the Seven Kingdoms. House of the Dragon is focused around Princess Rhaenyra, the only child of King Viserys, which is becoming a problem. It's a time of peace, but the Seven Kingdoms and Viserys' close circle are worried about the fact he doesn't have a son, and without one, the throne would go to the king's brother Daemon, who is an outright psycho. Basically, it could result in war for the throne rather than risk Daemon's rule. Instead, they vote for progression and go against all traditions, naming Rhaenyra the heir to the throne. However, they're still pretty old school and force the king to remarry to try and get a male heir. But even the king isn't yuck enough to marry the top pick, the extremely young daughter of his own cousin, more on the Targaryen inbreeding later. So instead goes for an outside pick, the daughter of his right-hand man who also happens to be his daughter's best friend. This move pisses off both young women and forces a divide between them. Made worse when the friend, Alicent, births a son for the king, but he remains adamant Rhaenyra is his first choice heir. So to really legitimise her position, Rhaenyra must marry, and in true Targaryen style, they look inward to keep the bloodline strong, so she marries her cousin, the older brother of the girl that the king earlier turned down, because this is less weird. We skip 10 years down the track, Rhaenyra has 3 sons, and Pete's starting to get pretty sus that they don't look anything like her husband, but instead her bodyguard. The king's brother, mourning the loss of his wife, that same young woman that his brother King earlier turned down, returns to town and makes a move on Rhaenyra, his niece, who fakes her third cousin/husband's life so she can marry her uncle, like I said, Targaryen style. 6 years later, and the parents of the thought-to-be-dead cousin-husband are plotting revenge and attempt to publicise the illegitimacy of Rhaenyra's kids, until Rhaenyra and her uncle-husband Daemon see her 2 sons and his 2 daughters betrothed to ensure a super race of Targaryen bloodline is the future. Except one of Rhaenyra's sons and one of the sons of Alicent reignites some old beef, while Alicent, in the wake of the king's death, proclaims he changed his mind in the final breaths and wanted one of her sons to take the throne instead of Rhaenyra. And 2 separate coronations take place, leaving the kingdom in a mad state of confusion, so both parties start gathering allies of the many houses of Westeros. And at one pitch meeting, the 2 cousins with beef both show up, with Alicent's son Aemon threatening death against Rhaenyra's son Luke, which he only mostly meant that is until his dragon, mid-air, mid-flight, mid-fight, just up and eats Luke, leaving Aemon freaking out that he just started World War Dragon. Cue the music, cut to black, and now season 2 kicks off Monday.
Oh, yes. How did you do that?
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Sue.
Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Sue's to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
Yeah, we're playing for $300 right now, playing Smarter Than Sue's twice a day. And Alison from Eaton's Hill has the spotlight on her. Hello.
Hi, how you going?
Pretty good.
That's good.
Let's rip into it, hey? Good luck to you. $300 kickback cave in full effect. All right, 30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now. Ochre and canary are shades of what colour?
Yellow.
Which TV series is set in Summer Bay?
Home and Away.
What country produces Carver wine?
Fiji.
Mandrill, marmoset and squirrel are types of what?
Monkeys.
What is 134 minus 50?
84.
Stop the clock. Wow, you're
I'm
good.
telling you, that was
you
quick.
are good. You are very, very smart, Alison. How long? How long did Alison have left?
6 seconds, Alison, left on the clock.
God.
Powered through it.
Okay, you're going to be hard to beat. Let's see if it will be enough. Is this your mother? Did your mother do the Galway Gimp? Lutsy?
She did once upon a time, so I believe this is her.
This might be Mrs. Luttrell.
Let's have a listen.
And ask your friends what to gimp to do. 'Cause his hair was black and its eyes were too. So I took its hand and my legs went limp. But I lost my heart to a Galway Gimp.
Very good.
Thank you. Mrs. Luttrell.
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! It will be a miracle! You won't see anything like that again this year!
She was visiting the lint factory in Zurich.
Oh, your mum?
Yes.
Feels like she's been over there for a while.
Yeah, she's due back shortly, I think.
Nice. All right, you ready, Suze?
Yes.
30
ready.
seconds on the clock, and your time starts now. Ochre and canary are shades of what colour?
Red.
Which TV series is set in Summer Bay?
Home and Away.
What country produces Carver wine?
Fiji.
Mandrill, marmoset and squirrel are types of what?
Animals.
What is 134 minus 50?
94.
Stop the clock.
Oh, I lost track there because the TV's on in the background.
Yeah.
And I wasn't concentrating fully because on the show,
watching that too, to
the
be
Nova show in Melbourne, what's that called now?
Jason Lauren.
With Clint?
Yeah, Clint
Stanaway. And Clint is swimming in the celebrity relay tonight out at Chandler.
Oh.
He was in his budgie smuggler Speedos getting a spray tan for tonight.
Oh, really?
And it was
Really?
must-watch viewing, actually.
He's got a rig, doesn't he?
He's got a,
He's got a
I'm
great
telling you,
body.
I wasn't expecting that.
He'll be in here doing the show, I think, tomorrow. So we'll be able to
You
maybe...
need Jason Lauren here on Nova on the weekends as well. Saturday, Sunday, they do a
really?
weekend
Oh,
breakfast
that's
show
true.
with Clint. Yeah.
Oh,
Great
nice.
listen.
He apparently gets good rave reviews, I should say.
So now
Raves.
Carl's getting this spray.
Clint. Oh, so
Clint.
is that's
No,
the
that's the other bloke.
Max.
Well, there we
Oh, there he
Oh
is.
gosh,
Oh, Carl's getting a...
I can't stop watching this.
Carl's getting a... He's got a Bronco on his
What
chest.
was that?
It's the Brisbane
Spray
Bronco. And so,
So
when you
everything
get
will be
sprayed-
tanned except
Yeah,
the...
but it won't look like
Well,
anything.
clearly he's not wearing a suit then,
I must be wearing togs. He looks good too,
if he's going to show that off.
and they all look pretty fit. Anyway, that was a good gag.
Yeah.
We should have done that for our relay over in Japan.
No, because we were serious and we should have won a medal. Anyway.
Ochre and canary are shades
I'm not
of...
even going to bite.
Ochre and canary are shades of what colour? Sue said red.
I mean, only if you've done some training.
Alison said yellow. We PB. She's got a real grudge about this, but we
went
did the
20 I went-
fastest time that we ever did.
Exactly. I went 28-1. I almost beat you.
But imagine how much faster you could have gone if you went training.
You there, Alison, still?
Yeah,
Just
Alison,
double checking.
Alison, are you there?
I feel like we've been checking.
I'm just listening to the banter. I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
But
one.
someone's listening.
Alison said
one
yellow,
person.
and yellow is correct. 1-0. Which TV series is set in Summer Bay? Alison said Home and Away, so did Suze, and it's 2-1. Alison, what country produces Carver wine? You both said Fiji.
Wine. Is it called Carver wine?
Carver wine.
Have you tasted it? It's not wine, is it? You've tasted it.
No,
I've
but
tasted
this-
it.
It's I may have pronounced it
Brisbane River
wrong
water.
because it's CAVA. It's
No,
not.
Carver's right. I'm laughing at the wine part.
Well, Spain is the answer. CAVA. Is that pronounced?
Okay.
Is this?
Okay.
Is it different?
Yeah.
Yes.
How
would
do
you
you pronounce it?
I don't know.
How do you spell
Carver wine.
How do you spell
No.
Fiji? Carver.
Carver is with a
K-A-V-A.
K.
K, yeah.
Yeah. It's a trick question, I reckon.
None of us knew.
Yeah. Is there a I don't know.
It's bloody supernovas.
Yeah.
Trick.
2-1.
Not the day for it.
Matt, what's wrong, Suze?
Nothing. I'm
Oh.
just not happy today.
Oh, mandrill, marmoset, and squirrel are types of what?
You want to know the reason?
No.
Okay.
I do.
Keep going.
I can't tell if she's laughing or if she's upset.
I'm laughing.
Sue said animal.
Tears in my eyes.
Alison said monkey. Monkey is correct. And then 134 minus 50. Sue said 94. Alison said 84. 84 is correct. It's a 4-1 victory to you, Alison. You're smarter than Sue's and you've just won $300.
And you beat her on time as well, Alison.
You're clever.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. It's a double
good day.
whammy.
Yeah, outstanding.
Awesome.
Jump in the cave, Lutz?
Yeah.
Oh, why not,
Yeah,
buddy?
go on.
Wait, to get those answers.
She was quick, confident, Suze.
God, was she?
Oh, yeah.
She's moving
Why did you
mulch.
put her on the telephone?
She's moving mulch today.
Oh, yeah.
Is she?
Yep.
Yes, I'm going to pay somebody to move it for me now.
That's what I'm talking about.
I love it.
Whack that on Airtasker or something, right?
Absolutely.
Is that still a thing? We're going to Eaton's Hill. Yeah, I can send you to iFly Chermside. An experience you'll never forget. You can jump on ifly.com.au. It's great out there. Have you ever done that? It's actually a lot of fun. I did it at Chermside. It's great. iFly. You don't know what it is,
Cool.
do you? No. And I'll also give you a good-looking rooster voucher. The world-famous chicken cock salt.
On you.
You will love it. It is amazing, and you will love it. And there's one at Albion, which is not too far from you. I'm not sure further out than that, but it'll be worth the drive. Don't worry about that. Well done. Congratulations.
Cool, awesome. Thank you.
Cool. And that's all we've got time for today. Maddie Rose waiting in Dan and Kendra Morris studio, and she'll be up shortly. And it's bad. I'm getting shy. I'm all shy. Everyone's looking at me. We're not actually on Brisbane Radio, are we?
I think the last 13 minutes were a blur.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.